One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Terrapins will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And they'll have to settle for it being marked down just outside their own 40-yard line. Crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. All right, guys, let's talk a little Maryland. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now, when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Caught near the sticks, it's King. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Unloads to the right. He makes the catch. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Maryland! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Turner. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own. Breaks into the open. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Hits him with a stiff arm. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Throws for the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Here's a heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. Intercepted deep in his own end. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
To the ground with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple through the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Power football with the run. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Fires left. Got his man downfield. There he goes. The 20. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. I guess a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Caught over the middle. It's Watkins. Right down the gut of the field. The tag. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time.
Turning it on. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Maryland! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Michigan State is ahead in East Lansing, but that's not exactly Kenneth Walker III out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Michigan. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Smith takes the handoff. Past the first down marker and still running. All by himself down the middle. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Terrapins! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Coming out with it, it's Turner. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Finds his man. It's Watkins. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try the run. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll leave it with him. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Out of the shotgun on third down. The quick out. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Off play action on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. It'll be a draw. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Ball back in the Terrapin offense, ready to go. And that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Second down coming up. Wants to throw. It's Knight. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Caught near the sticks. It's Courtney. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception of the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. And back to the air on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. They'll give it to the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Knight. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. The snap sets up the throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, what do you do? You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
The Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week.
And what a game-changing play right there, because it looks like he's going to flip the field with a really good punt return, but then he coughs it up, and just like that, the offense is back on the field.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He'll do it himself on the draw. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Knight. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's only thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets it out fast. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Deep to shallow. That's why I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. On the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
4th down and short, and where do they put the ball? In the hands of their quarterback. This guy is so good. They trust him. He runs the option and keeps it himself and gets just enough for the first down.
And he was trying to cash in the end zone of this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Maryland! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 1st down. He unleashes a long one. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Ray. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Scanning the field, it's Knight. He's going to fire deep. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, they're after him. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Returner is tackled down at the 37, and your Mississippi State Bulldogs will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half.
There he goes. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, what a cut! They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Hands it off. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
close to the marker. It's Scott. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the pummeling has started.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Cincinnati is on top. They've played awfully well today, and though that's not Desmond Ridder out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 11 over North Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the tailback. Not much there. They'll give him one to the 14.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to fire on second down. Starting to feel a little pressure. The short hands, it's Markway. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
Got a man. It's Clark. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Makes the catch. It's Watkins. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Flying out to the left. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point was good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Crosses the 30, he's got a lead. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally rustle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
The Terrapins getting set on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Knight. Here's Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Pick up for 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback will keep it. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And the Terrapins send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Pulls it, fire complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Green. On the move at the 30. All out of space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Unloads it left. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, looking for a man. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for room. It's Gray. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Dropping back, it's Knight. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The Terrapins will punt it away on fourth down. Wants to return it. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moss. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Moss.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And some room to work. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Touchdown, Mississippi State! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. Complete in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Back to throw. It's Knight. Makes the catch. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the Terrapins have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Got it in the middle. It's King. Turning it on. They get him corralled, and not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Maryland! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the catch on the right side. He goes out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and a huge play for this offense.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
And it now feels like game over after coughing up the fumble. They were down. They needed something big to happen. They had to score touchdowns, but give this defense credit. They just finish. They're playing to the end of the game with great effort, creating a takeaway to ice this thing.
Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. They'll run the option. Got enough for the first. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Man, so nice to have a QB. When you need him, in the moments, can get those big third down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today, but a nice job late in this football game when you really need it.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Knight. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time, man. This crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. It's a draw. He was trying to reach the sticks, but he doesn't quite make it down at the 23. It's 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on 2nd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. He wants a big play here late. And he's got it inside the 35.
Man, let it rip, young fella. I mean, closing in on 450 yards, throwing the ball early and often with a lot of success.
Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Moss. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback. Dropping back, not giving up the big play.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Spits it out to the back. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And the comeback is on.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And he puts through the extra point. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.